Imagine waking up one morning and hearing this. An African country has decided it will beat America and the Soviet Union to the moon. Not someday, now. And that country is Zambia. No giant rocket industry, no army of aerospace engineers, no famous space center, yet a Zambian man says he's preparing African astronauts, and he is the unbelievable part. His astronauts were training inside oil drums. This sounds like fiction, but it really happened. In 1964, Zambia was becoming independent. At the same time, America and Soviet Union were locked in a historic race to conquer space. The Americans had NASA, the Soviets had powerful rockets and scientists, and Zambia had Edward Makuka Nkoloso. Nkoloso announced what he called the Zambian Space Program. His goal was enormous: send Africans to the moon and eventually to Mars. He even claimed he was preparing cats for space missions. But before you laugh, listen carefully. Nkoloso was not simply a random man. He had been involved in Zambia's struggle against colonial rule. He was a teacher and activist who wanted Africans to participate in the future. He recruited young people and called them Afronauts. One recruit was a 17-year-old girl named Martha Mwambwa, whom Nkoloso said could become one of Zambia's first people in space. He also claimed to have a spacecraft called D-Kalu 1, described as drum-shaped vessel. The planned launch date was October 24, 1964, Zambia's Independence Day. But there was one problem. The rocket never launched. The training was even stranger. Nkoloso had his students roll downhill inside 40-gallon oil drums. He believed this would help prepare them for space. They also trained using ropes attached to trees in an exercise called Mulolo system. Newspapers around the world reported the bizarre story. People laughed, but then comes the question that makes this story much more interesting. Was Nkoloso actually serious? For years, the Zambian Space Program was treated as a strange African curiosity. But historians have suggested that Nkoloso's claim also have involved satire and Cold War politics. Think about the world around him. Two superpowers were spending billions trying to reach the moon. Meanwhile, newly independent African countries were struggling to build their futures. Then an African man appeared and essentially said, "You are going to the moon, so we are." Maybe the joke was never Zambia. Maybe he was challenging the idea that only powerful countries had the right to dream about space. Nkoloso reportedly sought international support and asked UNESCO for enormous funding, but the money and technology never came. The program collapsed. Nobody from Zambian Space Program reached the moon. But the story refused to disappear. More than 60 years later, people are still fascinated by the Afronauts. Artists recreate the famous images. Filmmakers tell the story. Historians continue debating what Nkoloso really intended. Was he serious? Was he mocking the superpowers? Was he challenging colonial thinking? Maybe it was all three. We may never know exactly what was in his mind, but we know this: Zambia did not reach the moon. Africa's relationship with space did not end there. African countries went on to develop satellites, astronomy programs, and space institutions. In 2025, the African Space Agency was formally inaugurated in Egypt, marking another step toward greater cooperation in African space activity. And suddenly, Nkoloso's strange dream does not seem completely meaningless. Perhaps he was never really saying Zambia would land on the moon in 1964. Perhaps he was saying something much bigger. Africans should not accept a future designed entirely by other people. Africans could look at the moon and say, we belong there too. That is why the story is more than oil drums and cats. It's about imagination, because before someone builds a rocket, someone must first imagine it. Before an African astronaut enters space, someone must first imagine an African astronaut. Edward Nkoloso never reached the moon, but he made the world ask a question it wasn't expecting. What if Africans could dream beyond Earth? And maybe that was the real mission all along.